Hey, awesome people! We're diving into a topic today that everyone wonders about, but few talk about honestly. Why don't some people like you? It's a tough question to ask yourself, right? We all want to be liked. We crave that connection. But sometimes you feel that friction, that distance, and you just can't figure out why. Well, I'm going to be your honest friend right now. I'm not talking about haters or people who judge you unfairly. I'm talking about common, fixable behaviors that can unknowingly push good people away. We're going to look at 5 main reasons people might not vibe with you, and more importantly, how to turn those habits around. Get ready for a dose of truth. It's going to be worth it. This is number 1, because it's the most common and the most annoying. Hands down. You interrupt and you conversation hog. Think about the last time you were in a group or talking one-on-one. Did you spend the whole time waiting for your turn to speak rather than actually listening? When you constantly jump in, you're not just being rude, you're sending a clear message. What I have to say is more important than what you are saying. You turn a conversation into a competition, and nobody wants to play that game. It makes the other person feel dismissed, undervalued, and frankly, completely invisible. This is a simple fix, but it takes discipline. Practice the 3-second rule. When someone finishes a sentence, count to 3 in your head before you respond. This does 2 things. 1, it guarantees they are finished, and 2, it gives you a crucial moment to process what they said, which leads to a more thoughtful, less reactive response. Stop waiting to talk and start listening to understand. We all have bad days. Venting is healthy, and a good friend will always listen. But if your default setting is negative, then you fall into the trap of being a chronic complainer, or what I call an energy vampire. These are the people who, no matter what good thing is happening, find the one flaw. You got a promotion? Yeah, but the commute is going to be brutal. It's a beautiful sunny day? Great, now my allergies are going to flare up. Why does this push people away? Because you're sucking the joy right out of the room. People want to feel uplifted, but you're dragging their energy down. You teach people that if they engage with you, they will leave the conversation feeling worse than when they started. This is about shifting your mental filter. When you feel a complaint bubbling up, ask yourself, is this a genuine, solvable problem, or am I just looking for things to be wrong? Instead of complaining, practice the gratitude pivot. For every negative comment you want to make, force yourself to name 2 things you are genuinely grateful for, or 2 actions you can take to solve the issue. People don't mind problems. They mind a lack of action. Okay, we all know this person. You're talking about your trip to Italy, and they jump in with, "Oh, you went to Rome? I went to Rome too, but I got the real experience because I found this secret cafe only locals know about, and my hotel was 5 stars, not 4. This is the know-it-all or the one-upper. Their goal isn't to share in the conversation, it's to make themselves feel superior. They constantly need to position themselves as smarter, richer, more well-traveled, or just better than the person they're talking to. Why is this a massive turnoff? Because it strips the joy from other people's accomplishments. When you constantly one-up, you make the other person feel small and invalidated. It creates a competitive energy where there should be connection. Practice genuine, simple curiosity. When someone tells you something great, your job is to be a curiosity detective, not a rival. Instead of responding with your own story, ask questions. That's amazing. What was your favorite part of that cafe? Or how did you manage to pull that off? Give people the gift of the spotlight, and they will want to be around you all the time. Connection over competition. This might seem counterintuitive, but one of the biggest reasons people find you difficult is that you have terrible, non-existent boundaries. Boundaries aren't about keeping people out. They're about teaching people how to treat you. If you constantly say yes when you mean no, if you tolerate rude behavior, or if you change your plans last minute because someone else asked you to, you become utterly unpredictable. People respect those who respect themselves. When you lack boundaries, you become a people pleaser, and people pleasers are exhausting. They create an environment where others don't know where the line is, so they often step right over it, and then you silently resent them for it. Start small. Practice saying, "Let me check my schedule and get back to you." This gives you time to think without committing. The most important phrase you need to master is the calm "no." You don't need a huge excuse. Simply saying, "That doesn't work for me, but thanks for asking," is firm, respectful, and establishes trust. Trust comes from knowing what to expect. Finally, and this is a core issue, you consistently lack accountability. This is the person who lives life as a perpetual victim. When things go wrong, and things will go wrong, do you immediately point the finger at your boss, the government, the traffic, or your partner? If you can never admit that you made a mistake, that you were late because you overslept, or that a project failed because you missed a detail, people lose respect for you fast. Taking accountability is a sign of immense strength and maturity. When you constantly shift the blame, you signal to others that you are unreliable and that you refuse to learn. People can't trust a friend who won't own their own stuff. This is about changing one phrase. Replace "it wasn't my fault" with "I take responsibility." You don't have to beat yourself up. You just need to own the outcome. I take responsibility for the error, and here is my plan to fix it. That one sentence shifts you from a victim into a leader. It immediately gains respect and shows people that when they're around you, you'll be a source of solutions, not excuses. So there they are. 5 honest, common reasons why you might be unintentionally creating distance between yourself and others. The great news is that these are all behaviors, not character flaws. You can change them today. My final thought for you is this. Stop chasing the feeling of being liked and start focusing on being respected. People-pleasing, interrupting, and complaining are all about chasing temporary acceptance. But when you become a person who listens, who is positive, who sets clear boundaries, and who owns their mistakes, that's when you become someone everyone genuinely respects. And respect is far more valuable and long-lasting than being liked. Which of these 5 are you going to tackle first? Let me know in the comments below. I promise, working on these will change the game. Hit that like button if this video gave you a much-needed push, and subscribe for more real talk about life and self-improvement.